Hey everybody, I'm JJ Johnson, and you're watching Reality Survival. So, you guys that have been with the channel for a while have you seen me do several other first aid kit videos, and I do these on a fairly reoccurring basis with different kits and stuff that I get because I believe that having a good first aid kit is really one of the most important preps that you can have from a disaster preparedness standpoint. And from a wilderness survival standpoint, I think it's also really important to be well prepared as well. Um, so I touch on this periodically, and today what I have is the latest kit that Skinny Medic has put together over on his website. You guys can check that out by clicking the description down below. Um, and you know, Skinny Medic is a really cool guy. I actually had the pleasure of meeting him for the first time yesterday. He was up here at East Coast PrepperCon in Chantilly, Virginia, and we just happened to run into each other. We didn't, it wasn't a planned thing or anything like that. But he showed me this kit, and I was like, man, it looks like a pretty good kit, so I'm going to go ahead and pick one up, and I did. And he kind of went through it and showed me some of the upgrades and the reasons why this is a little bit better, kit. And what some of the benefits are. So I'm going to go through those real quick. So the first thing was this is the latest generation cat tourniquet, and they have the latest generation has a larger diameter windlass. It also has stronger hooks here. As you guys know, some of the cheap Chinese ones and stuff, they really get a lot of flex when you get a nice tight thing on there, a nice tight hold on it. And then it also has a smoother section here for where it tightens down. So, and I think there may have been one other thing about it, something about the different loops. Oh, it can be looped through singly now instead of doing the double loop before. So it's basically just a better version of the cat tourniquet, which is going to be really important, especially in a combat type scenario. These were used extensively, in both Iraq and Afghanistan, and saved a lot of people's limbs and lives as well. So then he said he went with the North American Rescue 6-inch emergency trauma dressing. This is very similar to the Israeli dressing. I guess the main difference is that it doesn't have the plastic hook to secure the pressure dressing to. So very similar item there. Probably a little bit more cost effective though. Then he's got two sections of the North American Rescue compressed gauze, and basically he said that he was trying to keep the kit at or below $100, and if he was going to put in the quick clot type stuff, that it would take it over that $100 point. And really, if used appropriately, this type of compressed gauze is going to work just fine for the vast majority of gunshot wounds and big traumatic lacerations and stuff like that. Stuffing the wound and getting the gauze down in there really deeply, nice and deep into the wound, is actually far more important than whether or not it has a clotting agent. So that's something to consider in that, and it is completely effective and very useful. Then we've got a couple of the compact high fin chest seal packs, and that is in case you get a punctured lung and have a tension pneumothorax. I think it's a tension pneumothorax, where you have to actually be able to relieve the pressure. You have to have a bandage that will allow it to relieve the pressure and that kind of thing. Okay, the next thing was the NPA, just a standard number 28 NPA with a package of lube. Then I got an emergency blanket for helping to treat shock, and then a pair of gloves. These are the Bear Claw Nitrile gloves. And then the cool part, what I thought anyway was cool, was the Benchmade hook knife. And this is called the Benchmade 7 hook. And it's basically in place of a set of shears. Now look at the size of it and the weight of it. It's obviously much smaller, much more packable, and is going to really kind of make getting clothes open and stuff like that a lot faster and a lot easier, and you have to carry much less weight. Now he said he's used this as an EMT and it works very good. Very similar to shears and that kind of thing. So going through blue jeans and belts and all kinds of stuff. So he's done a lot with it. And this actually comes with a really cool pouch. I like this a lot because of the mounting options and stuff like that it gives you. It's got a band on here to help secure it, and then you've also got the stick here for putting it into Powell's webbing and that Molly webbing, whatever the case may be, as well. So this could be mounted to a vest, or something along those lines. You could do there's a lot of different options that you could go with that, as opposed to even just having it in your first aid kit. You could put it on your gear where you could use it for cutting seat belts or something like that in an emergency, whatever the case may be. So anyhow, guys, if you guys are looking for first aid kit stuff, then I suggest that you head over to Skinny Medic's channel or his website. I'll put those links down in the description and check them out. Like I said, real nice guy. He actually just made the jump to where he is doing this full time now, and trying to make a run at supporting his family and all that kind of stuff through his store and through his channel and his website and everything else. So giving him support, I think, is a great way to go, because I always like to see entrepreneurs, self-starters kind of make that jump. It's a hard thing to do. I'd love to be able to do it one of these days. Anyhow, guys, if you are new to the channel, I would certainly appreciate it if you click the subscribe button down there. And I also appreciate it when you click the thumbs up button when you share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And I would be interested to know what you guys have in the way of first aid supplies. What types of blowout kits do you have? How many do you have? And just kind of hear some comments on what you guys are preparing for and what items you're stocking up on. Anyway, guys, don't forget to live the 6 P's. Proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. Stay safe, guys.